Hey guys, how's it going? Frost here. In this video I'm going to show you how to build this greenhouse. Nice little greenhouse. You can go in. Of course we have our crop fields out front, bee farm inside. In this chest is all the materials that you will need for this build. I will also put the list in the description of this video. Okay, so I have the general layout of the build here. The dark blue blocks are where our wooden pillars are going to be. So on each of these is going to be a pillar, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 5 blocks high on every single one of these dark blue concrete blocks. Now that we have those pillars in place, we're going to connect them like this all throughout the build. Okay, now that top part is done, we're also going to connect these bottom ones, but not the middle one here because this is the space for our door. Okay, I'm gonna put the doors in now. You can break this concrete block and just turn into a spruce log. So we're gonna place a door like this, and then we'll have a stair on top of it for some depth. So I'm gonna do that on all 4 sides. That's done. I'm gonna start placing in our windows now. So basically just all of these gaps on the outer side are gonna be windows like this with the white glass panes. So I'm just gonna fill these in. Now that that's done, all these outer glass panes are filled in. For each of these pillars, we're going to extend it out with 1 spruce log on the other side like this, all the way around. And then we're just going to put a spruce stair on top of them for some extra support for these pillars. So I'm going to do that all around the build. Okay, now those are all set all around the building. For these top ones, this top block, I'm also going to extend them out by 1 block, and then we'll get our stone buttons and just place them on there like that. And I'm just going to extend this for each pillar all around the build. Now that we have all those logs sticking out, we're going to take our oak leaves, and each of these spaces underneath the windows between these pillars, we're just going to fill in with some oak leaves like this, all around the build, of course. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to move on up now. So between each of these little sticky out bits from the pillars, we're just going to put a slab in between these parts. And then on this side, we're going to put a stair to start our roof. And then moving on to these parts, we're just going to go back to the slabs, and I'm going to repeat this on every side of the build. Okay, now that that part is done, I'm just going to go through and put trapdoors on all of these slabs like this. Okay, now that that is completed, we're going to start our roof design here. So we're going to come over here and place 2 planks like this on either side, like that. And then we're going to take our stairs, go up 1, like this, and of course on the other side, but not this part. Just on this part, we're going to have a stair extending out upside down. Then on top, once again, 2 across, upside down again. And then in this middle part, we're going to have a slab, just like that. And we're just going to repeat this on every single side. Okay, now that all 4 sides have their shape of the roof on them, we're going to take these top slabs and just connect them all the way across each side of the roof like this. And then we're going to take our trapdoors and just place them across like this to help fill in the roof and help with this, give it more of a curvy shape to it. Okay, now that part is complete. I think now what we're gonna do is for each of these spaces between the bottom and the top part, we're just gonna go in here with the stripped spruce logs, and then we're gonna fill in this with some white glass panes for a nice little window design. And we're just gonna repeat this on all 4 sides. All done with that. The next stage of this process is fill in this roof space here. And so what we're gonna do for that is we're gonna go up 3 with some white glass blocks like this. And then we're just gonna extend this all throughout this space here to fill it in. And we're gonna do this on all 4 sides. Okay, so that part is all done. We have our glass roof filled in. So the next part of what we're gonna do is on each end of this roof, we're gonna just extend this out by a slab and then a trapdoor. Under that, we're gonna put a grindstone, a chain, and a lantern for some nice lighting. And we're just gonna repeat this lantern design on every side, all 4. All 4 sides are complete. The next thing we're gonna do is go to the inside of the build now. And the first thing we're gonna do in here, put more lanterns up so we can just see. So here I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, lantern. Do it again in the middle section here, 1, 2, 3, lantern. Basically just for each of these, we're just gonna have a lantern in these little spaces. Okay, all of our lanterns are in. The next thing we're gonna do is break all of this ground and then fill it in with our stone bricks. Okay, the ground is all broken now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a floor design that utilizes some stone as well as some cobblestone mixed into the stone bricks. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So we're just gonna break some of these, place in our cobblestone and our stone like that, and we're just gonna use this mixed stone floor design all throughout here. So I will go and do that. Okay, floor design is all set up now. Now what we're gonna do is on these shorter parts here, we are going to put in our storage. So I'm gonna do 2 big chests like this, and then a barrel on the end, and we're just going to repeat this on both sides, so over here and over there as well. Okay, now that part is complete. We're going to take our Podzol now and place it here, not placing it on these parts, but just going across like this, and one there in these corners here. Then we're going to take our campfire and just place a campfire in each of these spaces here. Now that we have that, we're just going to go across the Podzol like this with some spruce trapdoors, and then over the campfire spaces, this is optional. You can just put a spruce trapdoor here if you want, but I'm going to put an oak trapdoor so you can see the flame burning. And we're just going to do this all across this area. That part is now complete. So now over every campfire, we're going to place our beehive so that our bees don't get mad at us when we harvest the honey. And then on top of every beehive, we're going to put an oak trapdoor for some extra detail. Now on these Podzol blocks, we're just going to put our flowers. You can do any flower you want, but I'm doing blue orchids and lilies of the valley. And we're just going to place flowers on all these Podzol blocks so the bees have some flowers. So now we're going to take some spruce stairs and just place it under each of these beams, extending out from the pillars, just so we have a sort of archway type of feel inside the build. And once that is done, we're going to take some spruce fence gates, and then extending from these pillars here, we're going to build it across like this, then all the way across over here, and then on the other pillar as well, extending across, just so it looks like there are some wooden beams sort of extending across and holding up the build. And we're just going to do on every side spruce fence gates extending out from these pillars, connecting to the horizontal beams. Okay, now that part is complete. I'm just going to take some flower pots and any flower or sapling, actually. I'm going to do oak saplings. Any flower or sapling of choice. I'm just going to place on top of these barrels for some decoration. And then the final step, I'm going to take some azalea leaves as well as some flowering azalea leaves. And I'm just going to have some leaves hanging down from the beams like this. So one there, I'll have one hanging down a little lower over here. And yeah, I'm just going to add some leaves hanging down from the beams on all 4 areas of the build. Okay, now our leaves are put in, looking very nice. Add some nice cozy ambiance into the inside of the build. I'm just going to go outside now. And the very last step of this process is add our crop farms out here. So what we're going to do is put our water in like that. Then from this corner, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then like this, and then connect this to that part there. Till all this dirt. Place our seeds in, any crop of choice. I'm going to do wheat on this side here. And then over the water source block, we can put a dark oak trapdoor as well as a lantern on top. So that way it sort of blends in with dark till dirt. And we also have a light source out here to help the crops grow and light up the area. And then from here, this is optional, but I'm just going to sort of have a pathway around our build like this. Yeah, so a little pathway going around. And I'm just going to repeat this crop with this pathway all around the build. And okay, now all the crop farms have been planted. We've got beetroot, carrots, potatoes, and wheat. And that just about concludes this cozy greenhouse build. Quick tour. We go inside with our beehives, our storage, and then, of course, the crop fields outside, all complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. I hope you guys build this in your world and it looks awesome. But anyways, if you enjoyed, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the like button and subscribe if you liked it that much. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.